I want to talk about, there are so many arguments. I'm not trying to justify just like the word of God, but in knowledge, there are arguments that have tried to explain the existence of God, but truthfully, these arguments cannot birth faith, and I'll explain later. But I'll talk about three arguments that try to justify the existence of God, though that's not our responsibility. The Lord reigns in power, in majesty, and just even looking at yourself, critically analyzing yourself as a human being is a proof enough to know that there is God in heaven. One, there is an argument called cosmological argument. In the cosmological argument, it says, because the universe exists and everything within it has a cause, there must be an ultimate uncaused cause. Like just looking at the universe, there is a lot of beauty, a lot of glory. So much is going on, and everything, whether it is a tree, whether it is a plant, whether it is a sea, whether it is a mountain, it has a cause. But this cause just means that there is an ultimate. Uncaused cost means like what caused that cause was uncaused. Yes, that sounds like a tongue twister. That's how unfathomable God is. But what do I mean? Just looking at the universe and the things in it, it shows there is a creator somewhere. That is the cosmological argument. In the cosmological argument, there is another argument called the Kalalam argument. This focuses on universe beginning, but the core and the dimension and the explanation, it is just the same as the cosmological argument. And child of God, as I talk about the cosmological argument, it is your responsibility to look around the world. You who doubts, because people of God, as we have read in Psalms, it's not only those who proclaim or who verbally say there is no God. People's behaviors, actions, the way they live their lives deep inside their hearts, they don't believe there is God. And there is a window in psychology, we'll talk about the self-awareness window. And there is one window we talk about where there are things you know and we don't know. In that window, you'll find people who has fears, anxieties, beliefs, which they don't talk audibly. And one of those beliefs may be you believe there is no God, but you are too afraid to be victimized to talk it verbally. But actions speaks louder than words. Then there is another argument called teleological argument. This talk about the intricate order, purposefulness, and complexity of the universe, indicate there is an intelligent designer somewhere. It's still talking about the universe. Like truthfully, when you are in doubt about who God is, just look at the universe. Everything we see, like when we talk about a car, there is a manufacturer, there is someone who made that car. This dress that I'm wearing a dress because someone made this dress. This universe, its existence, the things in it, and all these things have purpose. The complexity, like you don't see the sea spilling, coming to us. You don't see mountains moving. The natural laws, child of God, they just explain that there is an intelligent designer somewhere. And this intelligent designer is God, because we see in Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created heavens and the earth. Then there is the moral argument. This moral argument says that human beings have a universal sense of right and wrong. There must be a source or a foundation for these moral values. Morality is not just a human invention, child of God. The perfection of God, if you look even at the laws of the land, you don't kill, don't, when you steal, even the the land, the laws of the land, use the morality of God to put a measure to their citizens. Because if there was not a standard somewhere, then killing would be okay, stealing would be okay, it would not be a crime. But the fact that even those people, lawmakers, when they are governing morality in the land, they have a standard. And when you are being jailed or when you are being imprisoned, they check your mind like, do you know this is right or wrong? That's why you'll see them taking people to mental assessments to know when you committed this crime, were you in the right state of mind?